Back. Welcome to Real Macro. All right. Welcome to TradingView, my subscribers, and YouTube. Okay, so what is going on hither? VIX, big breakout, possibly. It's got to hold and it's got to follow through. There's no if, and, or buts about that, right? If it starts coming back into structure, then, all bets are off. But for now, this is a very big breakout at a key area, right? Now, I went back in time and kind of looked at my VIX calls, and they were because you got to make sure that sometimes you have these calls in certain areas that just never pan out. So I went back and took a look, and they're actually pretty good. So, uh, having said that, feeling confident about my abilities, um, I'm we'll go back to 2017, and I'm like, look, we're in complacency land. Okay, we're in complacency land right here. Um, and sure enough, we were in complacency land. Um, and since then, of course, you get your little pops, you can make some profits, but I was bullish back then. Um, Taking a look again here at the complacency land. This is back on November 10th, 2019. I said, this is not good. All right, little wedge forming here, and sure enough, what followed is boom. There you go. A couple months later. This is not going to be a couple months later, obviously, because the breakout is happening right now. This is prior to the breakout. Um, by the way, here's a 10-year bond. This is back on November 10th as well, 2019. I said, look, this is going to go down. It's going to go down 1, 2, 3. Ooh, yes, that was a good call too. Unfortunately, this has been removed by moderators, not by me. But again, this was one of the same kind of moves, right? It was breaking this downtrend line, and let's see how that call went. Come on, baby. There you go. Boom. Right. So that was good as well. So I'm pretty confident with my calls on the VIX. This is another one on April 14th of this year, and sure enough, boom, straight up. So that worked out well. As that also worked out well. So be really cautious here. All right, be really cautious. Now, if you look at the S&P 500, okay, it's at a key area. Let me give you this one. Okay, it's at a key area, key support. Can break here. All right. Uh, it may do one of these break test goes where it breaks the test and then goes. Okay, so it's not going to be. At least I don't think so. I don't think it's going to be a big kind of game over kind of move. It could be. I don't think it's going to be like this. I think it'll probably do something like that. They'll build some pressure below and then down we go. So this could be a key area of reversal, not just because of Omicron. Okay, I think it's a mistake to make to base it on whatever guesses social media is saying about Omicron, which is comical. Science doesn't know, but social media knows. What the fuck? That's crazy. Don't pay attention to that stuff. It's all whether it's good or bad. It doesn't matter. Don't listen to that stuff. These people that are there for clickbait and entertainment. They're not telling you any kind of science. Well, we heard a report of 500, cases in South Africa. Blah blah blah. It's good. It's bad. It's good. It's bad. Don't listen to that stuff. We don't know. Okay. When the science figures it out, they'll let us know what the next steps are. It's either going to be worse or it's going to be bad. Nobody knows. But you need to be more sophisticated than that. Look a little bit deeper. Yesterday, Fed says, well, we're going to kind of retire the word transitory. Oh boy. What happened to all the transitory people out there? They're a joke. They're a joke. They got crushed. It's not transitory. Of course, it's not transitory. Monetary inflation is always and everywhere a monetary phenomenon, right? So you print a lot of money, you give it to people sitting on couches, they express their demand, and you end up with a supply chain problem. It's not the supply chain. The cart doesn't pull the horse. It's not the supply chain, right? It's the free money that created the supply chain problem. And to be honest, if you can basically have whatever you want. There's nothing that I can't go to a supermarket or shopping mall that I can't buy. Right? It's not a supply chain problem. Smucker's doesn't have a supply chain problem. Jam is still plentiful. Uh, so anyway, here's the funny part: that they retired transitory finally, which is good, okay, because that's at least they're gonna get on top of it, quote unquote. But the Fed is gonna be on top of it to taper with high inflation, going to a slowing economy with unknown risks to Omicron. Well, that's a recipe for disaster. And that's the problem. That's why they should have tapered a very long time ago. That's why everybody's been bitching. Anybody that has any kind of clue about macroeconomics, that's why they were bitching. They're like, what's this guy doing? Oh, we're going to accept a little bit higher interest inflation. Yeah, 6%. Mm. Home prices up 24% from a year ago. Rents, that's not transitory. You know. Anyway, going back to Omicron. Omicron is the correct way to say it. Omicron. I'm Greek, so I know. Getting back to Omicron, the damage has already been done. People are not going to behave in the same manner with just with the whiff of a possible virus, mutated virus that can be more infectious. You're going to see air travel start to, be affected by it. You're going to see shopping affected, even though we're going to the holiday season, affected by it. So whatever damage they're thinking, it's already happened. The moment the word Omicron came out. All right. Now, um, you know, if you get caught up into trying to guess what Omicron is or isn't, I think you will end up making big mistakes without understanding the macro behind it. That's just my personal view. Okay. But the charts right now are telling you that we are key areas. Be really, really cautious here. All right. Small caps, key area, right at support. Okay. Be cautious. Right? NDX, right at support. This is equal weighted, by the way. All right. Everything is at key support. You look at the Dow Jones. Okay, Dow Jones is broken down. Not good. Not good. Taking a look at Europe. Europe is broken down already. Okay, it's breaking down long-term resistance area. So even if you look at the Dow's at a 93-year resistance area. It's something like ridiculous. Here, let me zoom this puppy out so you can see where we're starting to fail. Okay, 92 years. Sorry, 92 year. Right here. Right here. Yeah. You want to be bullish? Good luck. All right, so let's take a look at some of the other calls. Let's go back. Anybody want to buy Tesla? Tesla? Anybody? Tesla? Anybody want Tesla? All right, so here's a 1, 2, 3 up. Tesla. I said this is wave 3 up. Then I posted it again and saying, "Oop, classic double top. There it is. Boom, boom. What's happened since? Boom." You can disagree with my analysis. That's fine. Come back later when I'm wrong and say, Nick, you were wrong. I'll tell you, yes, I was wrong because I cannot deny charts. Okay. It is what it is. I can't change these charts. But don't tell me that, oh, you don't understand. Da, 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 da. Don't, no. I told you here, look, this is likely going to go higher. Okay. It consolidated a little bit before it did, but it did go higher. Now I'm telling you it's going to go lower. Right? These are classic. I have references always. I like to do that. Okay, so anybody want to buy Tesla? It's on sale. Good luck. Um, like this one. Space. Got it wrong. Key area. So what? I lost. I was wrong. What I'm going to tell you? No, actually, it's a good buy. I'm adding to my position. That's the new thing. I'm adding to my position. I'm not wrong. I'm just adding to it. Really? You must have endless amounts of money, my friend. I don't. And if you're buying, $500 on a $200,000 401k account, that's not adding to your position. That's a laughable, insignificant amount, right? So everybody's buying the dip. Yeah, well, you got to sell the rip first, my friend. Always remember that. Okay, Gold Airlines. This was back on October 23rd. I said, look, this is a key breakdown. Look for lower. Guess what? Kaboom! It's lower. Wow. This is, by the way, classic break test go. Okay. So that worked out nice. That worked out good. How about Bitcoin? Bitcoin. And we'll talk about Ethereum here. Ooh, that was a nice little call. Off it went to La La Land. Bitcoin 80,000. Not looking as bullish now, I'll tell you that much. And we'll talk about Ethereum, but it got pretty close. Got pretty close. How about these people? Remember these people? Oh, Bitcoin is worthless. Crypto is crap. It's kakashka. Look at it. Right? Look at it. I'm bullish on Bitcoin now. This was 31,000, by the way. Oh, they were wrong again. Go figure. Oh my God. Really? They were wrong? I can't believe it. These people drive me nuts. Okay, so Norwegian. I'm buying the dip. I'm still bullish in this sector. Okay, so that was at $23, and today it's at 17. How did that work out? I added more. Sure you did. You're wrong. That's the new word. The new I'm wrong is I added. That's the new wrong. Turkish Lira. How is that going? Oh, the Turkish Lira. Yes, we should lower interest rates. Ooh, good idea of what not to do. Right? Kaboom! Even lower today. Historical lows. And that's what I was saying. Again, references. That's what I was saying all the way back on March 30th. That this is not what you should be doing is lowering rates. And sure enough, what followed is it's red because I got the the tickers backwards. I was trying to show how low the Turkish lira went, so I reversed the Turkish lira to US dollar. It's supposed to be US dollar Turkish lira. That's the normal ticker. And normally there you would buy the dollar and sell the Turkish lira. Well, I bought the Turkish lira and so mistake, but that's green, by the way. Um, so yeah, Norwegian Airlines getting crushed. Remember, these are very high capital intensive industries, and I'm going to go on my macro rant here. You cannot fix an insolvency problem with more liquidity. This is not 2008, where the banks were illiquid, but everything else was fine. Everything else was solvent, more or less. It's not the same thing. This is insolvency from COVID, from zombie banks, and it's trying to be fixed by the government and Fed with liquidity. You cannot do it. Doesn't work. It does not work. And I'll keep saying that. Frustrating. It's transitory. Okay. Surprisingly, the Trump stock is the only is the only one that's up. It's up almost 10% since I posted. Wow. 7% today, by the way. AMC, there's another one. AMC, we're all over the place here, guys, today. AMC, yes, if they don't scare you out, they're going to wear you out. That's what I've been saying for such a long time, and kaboom! Yes, down 15% today alone. New lows. New lows. And I said it in previous things. This is wave three up. It's finished. You got your lower high. It's game over. Right? And you can see the previous calls. How did this one work out? For this was for a 60% drop, and that's when it was back at $17 and then 13 and kaboom, there he goes. It went all the way back down to 5. Right? These are classic double tops. Right? AMC, third wave up. Again, this is back on June 2nd. 1, 2, 3 up. It's done. Look what happened. Wow. They're going to scare you out. They're going to wear you out. And sure enough, it's wearing people out and they're starting to puke it up. Okay? Classic stuff, guys. Classic stuff. Again, I like my references. Ethereum. Okay, so here's the logic with Ethereum. Cryptos, when they start running, they keep running. All right. They don't like to pause that much. So we got an opportunity here in Ethereum to take my profits. Okay, I don't own it anymore, and the reason I don't is because I don't even want to have this much of a loss in Ethereum. I still own Bitcoin, but I took my profits in Ethereum. I reduced my exposure to cryptos. Okay, this is a classic double top for me right now. Doesn't mean it's going to fall apart. It could, because once they start selling, they're going to sell everything in sight. It doesn't matter if it's crypto or commodities or whatever the hell it is. They'll sell everything across the board. So I much rather be wrong and buy up here than to hold it and just kind of give back my profits. All right, that's my logic. Again, this is my diary. You can agree with it, disagree with it, doesn't matter. But that's the logic. I'm still holding Bitcoin for now. Could change tomorrow. All right, the 2s and the 30s. All right, so what's going on with this chart? Let's get back to macro again. Throughout the last 2 decades, first of all, when it's all the way up here, okay, what it means is that there's less profits for banks. Okay, less profits for banks. Less profits for banks means that there's less risk they're going to take, and less risk means there's going to be less loans that are going to be made, and less loans made is less money in the productive economy. Less money in the productive economy means a slowing economy. So when you see this start to collapse, okay, it makes banks more profitable. But the problem is, the offset to that is that you usually have to be in a recession, and that's what it would signal if this starts to collapse. Okay? Now, the question mark here is we had a set of lower highs. Is it going to do an even lower high this time around or not? Based on what the Fed is doing at the wrong time in a slowing economy with high inflation, low labor force participation, and an unknown risk with Omicron. Is it going to make a mistake? And then what's going to end up happening is that this is going to start to roll over. And if it does, we're going to be in a recession. So we have to be very careful. We want to monitor this. And all this is when this is rising, okay, it means that the 2-year bond yield is rising faster than the 30-year. Now, why does that matter? Because the banks pay interest on saving on 2-year or less, and they make loans on the 30-year, or actually the 10-year or more. So the spread between the two is where banks make money, the profitability. So when you see this rise, okay, it makes it less profitable for banks. And when it's wide open like this, it's more profits for banks. Okay? And that's why this matters. Now, I can't give you a full lesson here in such a short period of time, but basically that's what it's all about. Okay? So that's it for this video. I hope this was helpful. I'll talk to you guys soon. Take care and have a great day, great night. All right, take care.